Let's record. Okay, so I'm back again. Welcome back. Thank you to all people who looked at the last video. And if you didn't, go look at the last two. Drake is the GOAT. And I do feel sorry for Tory Lanez. Okay. So go back and look at those videos. You know what I'm saying? Welcome to the video. Today, I'm here to spread the gospel about how WNBA players are delusional. Okay. And I got some clips with me today. I did some research before I came, you know what I'm saying? I'm not just talking off the top of my head. I got the research. Okay? So let's get to that.
players, right?
Right.
So jersey sales,
Okay, now this is what's her name? Kelsey Plum. And so she's saying that WNBA players don't want the same pay. They want the same percentage. I'm gonna let her explain it.
obviously their TV contracts. You see these every year. These contracts get bigger and bigger and bigger, right?
Yeah. Massive.
But that's because their CBA it negotiates where if the owners are making certain types of money, they get that as well.
Got it.
In the WNBA, that's not the case.
Oh, wow.
So in 2025, that's our new opportunity to renegotiate or opt out. So there are definitely future opportunities coming, but I will say that it's one of those things that we are not asking to get paid what the men get paid. We're asking to get paid the same percentage of revenue shared.
Okay.
Do you know what I'm
Got
saying?
it. Got it. So that's a huge misconception.
That's a huge
Got it.
misconception.
Okay.
For sure.
Cool.
Yeah, because every video is like, oh, this person gets paid this
No.
person gets
Yeah.
paid that, right?
So I want to be really clear about that. Like, I don't think I should get paid the same as LeBron.
Right.
But the percentage of revenue, like for example, they sell my jersey at Mandalay Bay, I don't get a dime.
You don't get any money from jersey sales?
That's crazy.
No way.
So that's
What?
why it's like
Image
don't-
and likeness.
Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. That's
so like
bullshit.
that's the stuff we're talking
Sure,
about.
sure,
You know
sure.
what I'm
Okay.
saying? So I think that obviously we're young. We're only like what
Okay.
25 years into
Yeah.
the league. The NBA is at 100. So where we're at 25, we're way past where the NBA was.
Right.
Got it.
We don't forget that though. We compare it to now to where the NBA is now. Of
course.
Right?
Yeah.
Which is fine. It's an uphill battle, like I said, but I guarantee you, as it continues to progress, I mean things will change. Hopefully, like my goal is by the time I leave the league, I would like to see it like a lot better than I found it.
Okay.
Absolutely.
I like that, for
Absolutely.
sure.
Because
Love that.
Vegas
Love that.
isn't a football town. It's not a hockey town. It's not a basketball town. It's not any of that. Vegas
Yeah.
is in that championship. It's bringing on a huge.
Okay. So that's what she said, right? She said they want the same revenue. I mean, the same split between the players and the what's the name it. Now, that doesn't make sense because the WNBA makes no money. Okay? You can't get money from your jersey sales. You don't make any money. The league needs that money. So if we go to the WNBA revenue, they make 60 million a year, okay? Now the NBA makes 7.4 billion. Okay, so I mean it explains why NBA players get a bigger cut of the money. And just the 60 million, the WNBA off the revenue they don't profit. They make no profit at all. They make no profit, none in the slightest. They make no profit. So how as a like it just doesn't make sense. If your league is losing $10 million every year, 10 million every year, right? 10 million every year. That's a lot of money. And you want the same amount of revenue shared as NBA players whose league is making almost 8 billion a year. Okay? Like that just doesn't make sense. You can't be like we want the same percentage as men as the male league when your league loses money and is financed by the NBA. The NBA finances the WNBA, so when they lose that 10 million every year, the NBA covers that. So you telling me these players they want more money? They losing money. The teams is the league is losing money every year. How could you ask for more money? Like, how could you ask for more money when you're losing 10 million every year and you're only making 60 million? So, like, I mean, that just don't make sense. Like, that's not in capitalism. That's not how it works. You know what I'm saying? know what I'm saying? Like, if you losing money, you're losing money. You don't get more money. You know what I'm saying? Wendy's ain't about to be losing money every year on its whole business and then pay the cashiers more. Cause then they gonna be losing more money. Okay? You see what I'm saying? Pay its workers more because they gonna be losing more money. Like the only reason NBA people get paid as much as they get paid is because they're making billions of dollars. 60 million compared to 8 billion. 8 billion. In the WNBA is losing 10 million a year. 10 million a year. Could you imagine? Could you imagine? And another reason why WNBA players are delusional. Watch this clip.
She's that confident in her
Watch
abilities.
this.
I'm glad she's that confident in her abilities. But she's also a little
Look
delusional.
at this.
Like the confidence, BG, but I don't know if that's gonna happen.
Where's that? There it is. It's coming up.
It's not a walk in the park over here.
He says you'd be no better than the third best post player on the men's team.
Look at that laugh.
I'm just gonna use that to fuel this. I mean, I'm better, but and I know that kind of gets at him, but it's okay. It's okay.
Delusion. This is a delusional person. I'm so serious. If she thinks she could be, that was when DeMarcus Cousins was in his prime, getting 50 points and 20 rebounds with Anthony Davis. Like, or when he was on the Kings, I don't know. He was balling. Brittany Griner thinks she could beat that DeMarcus Cousins. That's absurd. That is absurd. Look at her. She's confident.
But I would like to see
That's absurd. That makes no sense at all. And just in general, women and men, we're different biologically. Women just can't be as athletic. They just can't do the same thing men can do. I watched the whole thing of these highlights, right? It's just threes and layups.
Here's Mitchell driving
Let me
around
mute it.
Bana, floats up.
It's just threes and layups. And not even like the fanciest jelly layups ever. Like, it's good they balling. All these dudes would ball on me. All these women would ball on me. But it's just layups and threes. Like, it's just layups and threes. Like, that's all it is. It's layups and threes. That's all it is. Or this, like, let me see. Where's that block at? This block right here. It's a great block. But if we compare this block to when LeBron does that, LeBron throws the ball outside the arena. Like, look at this. That's a great block. But in the NBA, it's a Sasquatch. You know what I'm saying? Now, all the plays I just showed you, look at these plays. Okay. Let's go to the next play. Okay. That's a nice spin move. Bam, bam. Let's get another play. That's a big. She'll baller. She'll ball on me. Okay. That's a nice spin move. Like I said, look, skip past that. Three foul and one. Okay. That's top play. This is top plays of the week. Okay. Top plays of the week. Another block. That was a nice block. It's the same person though. What we got over here? That's a dime, boy. That's a dime. That's great. You know what I'm saying? That was great. That was great too. I ain't gonna hold you. This one is also amazing. Look, boy, bing, bing. Yeah. That was fire. That's fire too. But okay, now let's look at the NBA highlights. Let's look at this. Let's look at this. Let's look at the NBA highlights. I ain't see one person get crossed in the WNBA. Where's the Let's look at this right here. This will never happen in the WNBA. Look at that shit. That'll never happen. Never. Never. It's just not possible. Look at this. This it's just not possible. Look at that right there. That's just some more highlights. Look, all these is more exciting than anything the WNBA could ever do. And there's 100 of these. It's 100 of these. I can find 1,000 more highlights. And if we compare that, the WNBA just can't compare. And so at the end of the day, these women, they delusional, okay? And they gotta like hit reality needs to hit. Like you can't be asking for more money when your league is broke. You can't be saying you as good as the some of the best players in the NBA when that's just not the case. Like you can't be comparing yourself to the men because you're not men. You see what I'm saying? You're women. You know what I'm saying? You got to find a way to optimize the league in the best way so y'all make the most money so y'all can be making the same amount Steph Curry's making. You know what I'm saying? Like Shaq said and Tracy McGrady, they said to lower the rim. And WNBA players, they just we gotta be like the men. We gotta be just like them. But at the end of the day, no, you don't. Y'all are different. Like if you want your league to be more exciting and better, you're gonna have to change it to suit y'all. You know what I'm saying? If the rim being lower gets more people to watch it and more ticket sales and y'all be ducking and it'll just be more exciting, y'all should do that. And going back to the pay to add on to this delusion, WNBA players be making 100K a year. 100K a year. Top salaries, 200K, 200. It's top salaries, top 10, all 200K. That is great. One above 1% money. That's above top 1%. And then the lowest, oh my God. Now, rookies, when they come in, they're making like hot 60s, 70s. You know what I'm saying? 60s and the high end of 70s. That's a good wage to play, especially when your league makes no money. Your league makes no money. You see what I'm saying? Your league makes no money. You see what I'm saying? And so the average salary is 100K. 100K is 1%. It's 1%. And you're in a league where your league is losing money every year. And you asking for more money. And jersey sales but you don't make money. You can't get more money if you're not making money. You know what I'm saying? Like now, if this was the NBA, if the WNBA was making NBA money, if they was making $8 billion a year, and the highest paid person was making $1 million, that would be absurd. That would be absurd, like fucking insane. It'd be crazy. It'd be a travesty. But that's not the case. You know what I'm saying? WNBA players, it, I mean, the league is a league being subsidized by the NBA. You know what I'm saying? It's being supported by the NBA. It's because it's losing millions of dollars every year. And so when players are asking for more money, it just don't make sense. And the players aren't coming up with reasonable solutions. They're not their ears aren't open to solutions that could, help solve their money loss problems. So at the end of the day, this is just a group of delusional people who need to get it together if they want to succeed. Okay? And that's all. I'm saying that's all.